One, two, three. We want to welcome everybody to Mom and Dad Talks, where our favorite two people are Mom and Dad. Hey, Mom and Dad. And Hantie is back. Hantie! Okay, she's kind of back. Anyway, we're going to talk about a real interesting subject, tariffs. Let me explain tariffs to everybody. Tariffs are taxes imposed on goods imported from other countries, typically calculated as a percentage of the product's value. They are used to restrict imports by increasing the cost of foreign goods, making them less attractive to domestic consumers. The importing company usually pays these tariffs, which can lead to higher prices for consumers. Tariffs can also be used as a tool in trade negotiations and can significantly impact international trade dynamics. I've been impacted by it today.
Oh,
Yes, I went to the dollar store, and the dollar store is not the dollar store anymore. It's $1.75. So why are you paying $2 for foil stuff when these things are just starting to increase all over the place? Just to let everybody know that it's really becoming it's slowly creeping up. And as far as for your age bracket, retiree or going to retire, that's going to impact you guys quite a bit. I mean, if you're not seeing it now, we're seeing it already on the coast. What do you guys think on this tariffs thing?
I really think that we are not prepared for the tariffs. Because, for instance, I have a Dodge Ram pickup truck, which is supposedly an American-made truck. But my headlights started to fog up. Well, I got on and I found out, well, how much is it to replace my headlights? My headlights on my American truck come from China. So, here I am finding out that a lot of American car parts are made in China. And as a result, the price has skyrocketed on our American parts. So when you buy American, it's not really American.
Good point. Mom, have you seen the effects of it on you? What are your thoughts?
not really, because I don't go out shopping for anything except for food.
No, it does attack food, though.
Yes,
your tomatoes have gone up.
Howsoever, I've prepared myself for higher prices, so I try not to get all bent out of shape because the prices are higher. Because I can't do nothing about it anyhow.
No, you can't do something about it if you vote. But, Hantie, with the prices going up, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, because, tomatoes used to be $1.50. Now they're $3 or going on to $4 here. This is getting crazy. What are your thoughts?
The slogan that got him in was "Let's make America great again." I fail to see the
greatness,
how this is making America great. However, it is preparing us, those of us who believe in the second coming. That is what is making us prepared for.
I agree wholeheartedly with Mrs. Fiat.
So while it's the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's not helping those who don't believe in the second coming. I mean, that's what I'm looking for.
Our hope is in the second coming.
Right. I don't put my hope in things getting better. In this world, I can silently hope for it, but it's just just like a person who gets sick and you put them in the nursing home. They're not getting better in the nursing home. They're not going. So you just have to be prepared. We just have to be prepared for the worst scenario that can be. I'm just thankful that the Lord is watching over me and supplying my every need. I'm thankful.
Yeah. Right. And we're happy, like I said, when you see how much we're a world economy, when your fish and chili and stuff like that from all over the world coming in here. You know, we didn't realize how much we import and bring in and how much we consume. And
Right.
you know, we're bringing other things, talk about other things that are happening here in America. But you know, what I get worried about is are those people that are on the threshold of poverty
Yeah.
and with benefits being taken away and those things like that, and these tariffs rising up. You know, we're becoming a more cruel culture. You know, it used to be that, you know, at one point we as Americans looked out for other people and looked out for the world. Now we're just become more and more selfish. It's a different place that I'm not comfortable understanding.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing our world change before our very eyes. You know, and
Like overnight.
yeah, you know, you still got good people. But the problem that you have is that, you know, are there enough good people to still do good things? Are we just going to let other people change what this country used to be?
And we're in a point where really as a citizen of the United States, we don't really have a choice. For instance, when I went out to Chesapeake, Virginia, I got my oil changed in my truck. Well, it cost me $20 more to get my oil changed.
And this is part of the expenses going up, and the cost is going up, and the salaries. I mean, you know, you guys are kind of on a fixed income, you know, and you guys are doing well and stuff. But I worry about my parents and my aunt and stuff. You know, like, hey, what's going to happen to you all? What's going to change in that? And especially with the health benefits changing. You know, we'll talk about that later in some other episodes and stuff. What's going to happen to you guys? Does anybody care? I care because, you know, that's my family.
Well, one of the things that I look at is that while we were working, we need to prepare for our days of when we're not working, when we're retired. It's all about preparing and looking ahead because we don't know how bad things are going to get. But if we prepare for looking and look ahead, prepare what's ahead of us, when it does come, we may not feel the blunt of it right away because we prepared for the downside. That's the way I look at it. So, in other words, I am not fearful of what the future holds for us as older people, because one of the things that a lot of people in this world don't understand is that God is still in control, and He does take care of His own. So, if we all be obedient to His will and His way, there's no fear that we should have for the future.
It's a great point. You know, there's other things like, you know, streaming services. All those things are going to start to detour. You know, the little expenditures, they're going to go up. Everything is just going up to compensate. How do I say it? Worldliness. I mean, we're talking more than just food. We're talking clothing. We're talking about a lot of stuff here. And, you know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, you can see a shift already in consumer spending. But you know, it's great to point out that Jesus is coming, and that's where our hope lies in, despite what's going on. And so, you know, I just want people to think about, you know, first of all, being a good Christian, looking out for your neighbor during these times. You know, taking care of, you know, having gardens. You know what I'm saying? Helping out your neighbor. You know, those are the kind of things we need to start doing and becoming more neighborly, not hoodly. So hopefully, you know, people try to look out for each other during this time frame and try to help your neighbor out. Be more of that sacrifice for that. You know, and until next time, we'll see you on Mom and Dad Talks.